So should we do the review videos like this? Or like this? Or like this? I cut my hair, and it's no thanks to you guys. Swimsuit girl enforced that, but I wanted a mohawk. Maybe next time. This reel right here feels like some cheap junk you buy off Amazon for 20 bucks. I actually like those reels, those super cheap like Chinese spinning reels. But it's $549.95 on Tackle Warehouse. Is it worth it? Well, I got a little review video for you. I haven't put it out there. You might have seen it in the fishing videos, but I wanted to put it through basically the rigors of Mikey Balls fishing before I went and talked to you guys about it. That's a good one. Gotcha. Nice one. All right, I can't do this without a hat on. I got a hat on. It doesn't work for me. So this is gonna be the backwards hat review. It is the Abu Garcia Zenon. It's probably their highest and premier spinning reel. It is more expensive than any reel that I have in the boat. I don't know how I feel about that. In all seriousness though, actually I'm not gonna be serious, but this reel, I actually had a few comments asking me about it. Hey, is that the Abu Garcia Zenon? Da, da, da. Had it for a while. I've tested it on spots, smallmouth. You guys know how much I like to finesse fish. I even caught a 33-pound bag down in Florida using it. So I have a tried, tested, and true. Is it worth $549.95? You're gonna have to watch the video to find out. Hit that like and subscribe button. Reels that Mike probably shouldn't have. So I teased this video saying this reel feels like one of those $20 Amazon reels, which there's nothing wrong with because I absolutely love those reels. For a utility reel, you cannot beat it, especially a spinning reel. One ventured on the bait casters. But the reason for that is this thing is insanely light. It comes in at 5.4 ounces. This is the 30 size. It's equivalent to, I'd say, what a Shimano would be, like a 2500, something like that, your 2500 size spinning reel. It has a magnesium body, and they also take every opportunity to cut pieces of metal or pieces of magnesium, I guess, out. And then it's a carbon fiber reel handle. So basically they've cut tons of weight out. So you're like, what difference does that make? Is that really worth $549? Here's the deal. On a bait caster, I really wouldn't care. Rods are heavier, you got to balance out the rod. When it comes to spinning stuff, the lightness does make a difference. Sometimes you get on that bite, especially if the water's cooler or the fish are in a funky mood, where you get this little, all you have to do is just slightly lift the rod tip, just that little twitch is what actually gets them to bite. And that level of control comes from having a lighter way to control the bait, I guess you could say. So a lighter package, rod, reel. This is my Halo KS2 610 medium. It's my favorite spinning rod. I fish a Ned on it, a Nico on it, basically any kind of finesse, wacky rig. But that lighter package really allows me to control that bait, not overfish it. Because when you're fishing a spinning rod, it means the fish are in kind of a negative mood or you need to do something subtle and finessey, and overfishing is actually what you're trying to sort of hedge against. That's the problem, really. You're trying to underfish, do less. Less is more in that situation. And this reel with the lightness allows you that extra level of control. Is it worth $549? I don't know. It is awesome though, I will tell you that. So the other big factor is the drag system. It's a carbon fiber drag system. The biggest problem I have with spinning reels is burning them out. You guys watch the videos. I really do play with my drag a lot. I expect the reel to perform. My Daiwas have been pretty good. I have those two different Daiwa models, but they're smooth, but not buttery smooth. Cut to drag video. Oh, he took slack out of it, dude. Look at that. Old Neekster. Like butter. Yeah, for all you old guys that used to watch Saturday Night Live, you know what I'm talking about. I've put this thing through the ringer. I think I've had it like 8 months or so. And if I'm being totally honest with you, a lot of the Shimanos, the $100 price point, granted, the Symmetras and that, they would last about 6 months, 5 months, and they were done. And they need new drag washers and things along those lines. This thing is held up. I've brought it to Lanier, went spotted bass fishing, which is all drag. I went smallmouth fishing with it, all drag. Done a bunch of, actually lately we've been doing a lot of ledge fishing. So my Nico rig, my Ned rig's been on there. That's all drag too, because you're catching 3 to 5, 3 to 6 pound. I actually caught a 6-pounder on this thing and buzzed the drag like Matt. So the other thing that drives you absolutely nuts with spinning rods or spinning reels, do not expect me to explain the science of this. I don't know. There's some notes on Tackle Warehouse that I could read you that would say like, oh, it has this line that, yeah, I don't know about that. All I know is I have wind knots on every single one of my spinning reels, especially the smaller ones, but all my 2500 sized Iowas, I get them every 2 months, every month, depending on how long the line's been on there. I've never had a wind knot with this reel. Now, am I lucky? Maybe, but trust me, that's not it. There's something with the way they've set up sort of the physics of the way the line leaves the I don't know, the spool or whatever, and then that it just doesn't wrap, or I don't know. It does something, because I should have had a wind knot by now. I cast into the wind, I cast super light baits. Sometimes I have slack in the line when I reel up, which also helps to cause them. I have not had a wind knot with that thing, and that blows my mind. All right, we're gonna juice all over this reel with one more factor, and then we're gonna talk some smack about it because it can't all be nice, right? Nobody's totally nice. So the other thing that drives me nuts with spinning reels is the handle and the attachment of the handle to the body. Basically, what happens after a while, you either get some wobble or initially you have some play. I absolutely hate that, because once again, it's something where I'm fishing very intricately, very detail-oriented, small little movements, and then I get a fish on. I need the reel to perform very delicately because I have light line and I'm dealing with hopefully what is a big fish, and then that reel handle starts to play. So this reminds me of a lot of the way I used to talk about my old Corrados. It is stout. It is stiff. It is taut. You can feel like sort of like the power in it. Also, it has that carbon fiber reel handle. It doesn't flex. It's very, I don't know, man. I feel comfortable when I hook like a 5+ pounder on it, that I'm not going to get any play in the reel. I can just use the rod, use the drag, and play through it. Now, the crappy part. It's the price point. And it's a premium product, don't get me wrong, so I understand why it's coming in at $549. It's lighter than the Stratic. It's very strong. Like, it's a very well-built reel. Even though it's kind of funny because it's so light, it feels cheap. It's sort of I don't know, it's an irony, a paradox. It's the Zenon paradox. So it feels super cheap because it's so light, but in reality, when you actually get a fish on, when you actually like hook up with something and you're fighting it, you're like, dude, this thing is absolutely stout. So overall rating, I like it. Now, can I get like 4 or 5 of them to put on all my different spinning reels? Hell's no. Like, unless you guys want to watch a lot more videos, I can hit like 5 million views and I'll buy 20 of them. I'll send one to you, But overall, absolutely awesome reel. Drag, stoutness. I'm super happy with it. I got a link down in the description box to Tackle Warehouse. Go check it out. I do recommend it, especially if you're just going to get one spinning reel. Go big, because you won't have to buy another one. You won't, like, my problem is every 6 months, every 8 months, I change them out, especially when I was buying those Shimano Symmetras because the drag washers would go bad. This thing will last, and it's super freaking durable. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Go check this out. Even if it's just to tease yourself, it's a sweet-ass reel, dude. Sweet-ass reel. A Blue Garcia Zenon. I'm going to go catch some bass. Tight lines, guys.